Hey everyone, this is Bob Kovacs here at Wirefly with an unboxing of the brand new T-Mobile Samsung Galaxy S Blaze 4G. Okay, it's a mouthful. I'm just going to call it the Samsung Blaze, okay? So this is the new Blaze for T-Mobile, and what the Blaze is supposed to be, this is supposed to be a slightly scaled down version of Samsung's wildly successful Galaxy S2 series of phones. So if you are interested in the Galaxy S2, but you didn't want to have a phone quite that big or quite that expensive, the Galaxy S Blaze just very well could be the phone for you. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Here's what is in the box. I'm going to hold it up so you can get a good view. And this is a sealed box that we just got from either Samsung or T-Mobile, I'm not sure, but let's go ahead and do the dirty deed. Let's undress the Samsung Blaze. And here we go. Now it doesn't have its battery in yet, but it feels very lightweight. Of course, that'll change once I pop in the battery. I really like that they're putting the plastic protective overlay now with the functions of the various features of the phone here. So I like that a lot. Of course, I know what all those things are, but it's nice to have them there in case you don't know. And here are the manuals that are tucked in underneath. But we're on YouTube, so we don't care about the manuals, right? And of course, there is a micro SD card loaded in the Blaze. I'm not exactly sure the size of it, but here is a standard micro SD adapter. In other words, if you have a standard SD slot on your computer, you can take the micro SD card out, slip it into the adapter. Oh, okay, I'll take it out of the bag so you can see it better. And once you do that, then you can plug it into any standard SD slot. Here you go. There is a slot here for your micro SD card, and then this becomes a standard SD card. You just plug it into your computer. I'm going to put this back in the bag and drop it back in the box. Here's the battery. This is supposed to be a 1750 milliamp hour battery. You can see that right there. That should be a pretty good sized battery for a phone the size of the Blaze, and we'll talk more about that size in a moment. Here is the standard little small charger cube and the standard cable for charging and data interchange. It's got standard USB here and micro USB there. And that is all of the goodies from the box. There we go. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see things a little better. And okay, I guess we're going to go with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and peel the cover off there. Ooh, look at how pretty that is. There's few things that are prettier in the tech world anyway than a freshly unwrapped new phone. And let's go ahead and see if we can take the back off. Not exactly sure how we're supposed to do that. There we go. Now, this takes a standard T-Mobile SIM. I happen to have a SIM right there. And let's see what else we can see underneath. Oh, this is good. This is really good. The micro SD card is accessible from outside. Well, I guess you still got it. No, it isn't. You can access it without taking the cover off. So that's really good. So you can get access to your micro SD card. This is a 4 gigabyte micro SD card. It's a class 4 in case you want to know. I like that. Okay, there we go. Let's put the battery in. And the cover back on. It looks like the cover pops in at the top and then you snap it on. Now this is called Galaxy S, not Galaxy S2. So maybe they don't want to steal sales from their own Galaxy S2 series, but the specs are relatively similar to the Galaxy S2 series. Let's go ahead and turn this guy on and see how far we get. I felt it buzz, so it should be coming on. So here's what this phone has. This phone has a 4-inch diagonal Super AMOLED display with a resolution of 480 by 800. Now, the Galaxy S2 phones generally have 4.5-inch displays, so they should be considerably larger. It does have a front camera there. You can see it's a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. And it internally has a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core processor with 1 gigabyte of processor RAM. And we already looked at the back of the phone. This is a 5 megapixel still image camera, so not the highest resolution camera you can get. There is an LED flash, and it can do 720p HD video. Now the Blaze, the Samsung Blaze, it says that the battery's low, so maybe I'm going to go ahead and plug it into a charger I have handy for just this purpose. So this has near-field communications, or NFC, which is what Google Wallet requires to use your cell phone to actually pay your bills. So that's pretty cool too. It runs Android 2.3.6, and the overall weight, even with the battery installed, is surprisingly light. The weight is 4.5 ounces. Now, for those of you who wonder what the size is compared to the Galaxy S2, here is the Sprint version of the Galaxy S2. This is called the Epic 4G Touch, and you can see how much smaller the Blaze is than the Epic 4G Touch. So it's really quite a bit smaller. It's definitely shorter and definitely narrower, and the thickness is probably about the same. Now this is the thick end of the Galaxy S2 there. I'll turn that around. So maybe the Galaxy S2 is slightly thinner. Again, it's on the left here. This is the Galaxy S2. So anyway, that's the unboxing of the new Samsung Blaze, which is officially known as the Samsung Galaxy S Blaze 4G. This is for T-Mobile, and by the way, this runs on T-Mobile's HSPA Plus network at speeds up to 42 megabits, so that's pretty honking speed. So if you're in a good area where you get good HSPA Plus coverage, you should be able to get some fine download speeds with this. And I'm hoping I can get a review of this done in the next few days, so stay tuned for that. Hey everybody, this is Bob Kovacs here at Wirefly. Thanks for watching.